Hi, Becca Ann here. Thank you for stopping by my channel. I was getting ready to make a card with wheels because this week the ladies from Two Crafters One Design, Melissa of Mo Creations, Gloria of Girlia Cards, and Lisa of UCY I'm a Diva, the ladies have challenged us to create cards with wheels. And I also want this to be a hashtag Satmorn Makes hosted by Jillian Norwood. And I have this fun little Lawn Fawn set. It's called, what is it called? Car Critters. And I'm not sure if it's still available. If it is, I'll link it down in the description box below. But I got this a couple years ago, and I've used it a few times. It's just a fun little car set. And I have this paper pumpkin from 2021, and I am whittling away at it. I used to get this for I got this for a year, and then sometimes I'll go and get it once in a while. And this particular set had liners for the envelopes, which I would never deliberately take beautiful paper like this and put it as a liner. I want to use it. So I am thinking that this car could be coming down the road on this paper because this kind of reminds me of cobblestone. So I'm going to use this paper, and I also have cut out some little trees with my Cricut. So I'm going to assemble this card and show you what I'm up to. Here's the little trees. The one thing about the Cricut, I do like that you can change the size of things and make them bigger and smaller. So I made these little trees to line the highway. Now, I have made a card like this before because I did it as a craft roulette card. So, but I was using the trees from the set, and they're all gone. So just hold on. You'll see what I'm up to. I'm going to use some Prismacolors. I thought I'd show you a little of my coloring. I do use Prismacolor pencils, and I enjoy it. I like the waxiness of them, and thought I'd just show you how I do some shading. I take the darker color around, and then I put in the lighter color, and what I love is you can really layer with these. And I leave a little open spot so that it looks like the sun is shining down on the car. And that way you can get different shades of color. I had started with the dark around, and now I'm coming in with the lighter one, and then just lightly go over that white spot. And you can really, really build up the color with this waxiness of these. So I got my little car all finished, and you can see how I've highlighted and left the little white spot. I will go back with a gel pen to finish that up. And now I like to have this die because it cuts open the hole there for the windshield to be out. And I'm getting ready to stamp my little critters for the card. And a little trick I have, when you have really little dies like this, I did not cut them apart. Let me see, where did I put them? Here. I wanted you to see, don't cut these itty-bitty ones apart. When you have little dies like this, keep them together, run it through, and then paper piece your little die back in. So once you know which one it is, it's a lot easier than to go and stamp this little guy as opposed to stamping it and trying to fit around the die because they're so small. You don't want to try and tape them around. I would much rather run it through there. So my little guys are ready to go in the car as soon as I get them colored up. So we've got that finished except for some highlights that I'll add after we get the card together. Now I want to have a path for these cute little guys to be driving on. So I am going to take this mug and trace it because, you know, you might have a circle die that'll work, but I want to have a 4x4 panel, and sometimes the circles are going to cut too far, so I think I'll go about an inch up onto my paper, maybe about here. Alright, so I have my hill. I inked around the edge to disguise my cutting, and it's not exact, but I don't think it matters. I got my trees down. I've got my little car with some foam tape on there, and since it's a little off, I wanted a little more to this side. I put 3 of the trees there and moved those farther apart. And I think it looks just fine. So now for my sentiment, I cut out this happy hello, and I wanted to use darker paper for the happy hello, but I was out and I had a scrap of this yellow, which is Daffodil Delight, so I made sure to make him get to have a yellow cast so it continually brings your eye down. And I had some pattern paper. I had a scrap of this left, so I'm using that to make a nice clouds. Now I also want to add a bird sitting on top of the hello. I think that'll be really cute. And I have this Peekaboo Farm, this cute little bird from Stampin' Up!, this retired set. So I want to add that in there, and I want to stamp it before I glue down my hello so that I can get it right underneath it perfectly so it looks perched on there. So the only way to do that is to kind of guess and stamp before I put it down. And then this card will be basically finished. Now don't go away because I have some other cards I want to show you. It turned out good. Now I'm going to color that blue, glue on my happy hello, and then I'll show you the other cards I created, so don't go away. It's all finished, and I think it's a cutie patootie. This paper that I used for the trees and the mat is called Evening Evergreen. It's a retired Stampin' Up! And these little gems are some gems from Stampin' Up! That are retired, and I just put one of those little trees on the inside for this one, and I think it turned out super cute. Now I wanted you to see that I had done another one, and this one I did a darker paper, and I went ahead and I stenciled the clouds on this one. So do you like it better stenciled, or do you like the paper better that I found, the scrap of cloud paper? I like them both, but I'd like to know what you think. So why don't you tell me in the comments below? And I have the original one where I used the cutouts from that paper pumpkin pack. And then I wanted to show you, I will take a set and think about how to make my stamps more versatile. So if I can think of 3 card styles, I will. And this is one that I took some Impression Obsession curvy dies and did some watercolor paper and cut out some waves. I tore a piece of the paper and watercolored it, and then I had a little sand stamp that I stamped around, and I made those little bears into that they're swimming at the beach. I used some polka dot pattern paper, and these come from another set that I have that I don't think I brought it, I pulled it out for you, but it's an older set, a beach set. So I just wanted you to see how you can take the same, a set like this and turn it into something else. So I hope you hop around and see what everybody else has been making, and with for Satmorn Makes and hashtag 2crafters1design. And I hope you're having a great crafty day, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.